guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Susan. I am a whole laundry list of things. I am a first-time mom to be. I am due July 5th. So if you do the math on that, we got 4 weeks or less until we meet our daughter, which is insane. I am a content strategist. I'm a co-owner and co-host of the podcast Dream Life Loading. I am a 10-time author. What else am I? I'm a wife and I am tired. The third trimester has officially hit. I'm 35 weeks and I'm just like, okay, I'm starting to slow down. I can feel it. So usually I start my monthly resets with like a monthly deep clean. So we're not going to start it that way this time. And here's why. I sent my family away for Memorial Day weekend. So my husband and my dog, Maggie, went to camp and I stayed home and I nested. I cleaned my entire house top to bottom. It is a sparkling, beautiful place to be. So I really don't have anything to clean at the moment. If anything, you would see me like maybe vacuum. I didn't make content over the weekend. I literally just grinded out and cleaned and finished the nursery. Yes, there's a nursery reveal coming rather soon, so stay tuned for that video, but that kind of throws off my monthly reset anyways. So I'm going to show you a couple of different things, some of the same things from last month. I'm going to show you my reads, I'll give you a monthly recap. So let's just jump into it and you'll see how it's different. And then next month will be even more interesting because I might have a newborn when I record my next monthly reset video. So that's wild. But okay, let's get into May. I don't know why I didn't just start the video in here in my usual spot, but we started in the bathroom. So I know I told you guys I was tired, but I'm like really tired. And it's not like a tired where I feel like I'm fighting something. It's literally just a tired where it's like, I'm just exhausted. I wake up tired. I don't love that. But it's okay. It's temporary. I'm literally so close to the finish line that I can't start complaining now. Like I've been blessed with a very good pregnancy. So I just gotta ride it out. I got this. All right, now collect myself and let's record this video. Okay, so I want to give you kind of a recap of the month and just dive into a handful of the events that I went to or had, and just kind of like life moments that happened, so that, I don't know, this is kind of a fun little time capsule for me because I'm not going to remember everything I did each month. But yeah, so let's just dive in. First thing was morning walks. May was the first month I kind of was like, okay, I'm done working out like in the traditional way that I had been. I was like, I'm not weightlifting. I just can't. Like my body hurts and that's okay for the season of life. So I adopted morning walks into my routine. I tried to go at least 3 days a week as long as it wasn't raining. And at one point they tore up our entire, like the side of the road on both sides. So it was like walking in mud. So I didn't go that week. I did not walk. But 3 out of the 4 weeks I did walk a handful of times in the morning before my day started. Just me and the dog. And it was honestly really nice. We live on a pretty busy road, but getting up at 5 and walking was really nice because there was like no traffic, no one. It was just me and the dog. We got to watch the sunrise. It was just a really nice way to start the day. So I did the walk today thinking that it was going to make me feel better. Just because I've been very uncomfortable the last 3 or 4 days. The baby is just really high in my ribs and it's hard to breathe. And then sometimes it hurts. Like she drop kicks organs and like physically I'm just uncomfortable. So I thought that maybe walking would help, and instead I got lightning crotch. So that was a change of pace. That was super fun. But morning walks was something that I started in May and I really did like them overall. Next up on my May recap was my work baby shower. Work surprised me with a baby shower. I had no idea that this was planned. I was in my regular meeting with my director, and then someone knocked on the door and was like, "They're ready for you." And she smiled and was like, "Oh yeah, we have a field trip we're going on." And I was like, "Oh, what?" So, what's that noise? I have no idea what that was. I'm sorry. So we got up and we walked out of her office, and then my entire department, my old department that I used to work in, and the department that's in between our departments were all standing like in the middle of the floor. There was a table with a bunch of beautiful gifts, balloons, you name it, it was there. I've never felt so uncomfortable is not the right word to describe it, because I felt nothing but gratitude and just like, wow, like I just couldn't believe it. But that was a lot of eyeballs to be looking at me, and I wasn't like like prepared for that. But they got a ton of stuff off my registry. There was my favorite cake that I get from Shaw's usually. My coworker and friend Steph made me. I had all my favorite snacks. They had like baby food testing. They had baby games. It was really, really sweet. And it was just, everyone was like excited to celebrate my daughter, which just meant so much to me. And it just shows what a positive work environment that we have. And I am just incredibly grateful from the bottom of my heart for my coworkers in my work baby shower. Then we had my regular, like my actual baby shower, which was also a ton of fun. If you haven't watched that, you can watch my baby shower get ready with me video, my baby shower video, which explains the details and like shows you clips, and there's a baby shower haul video. So lots of content on that if you want to go back and watch it. But it was Taylor Swift themed, Enchanted to Meet You. My sister's mom and mother-in-law did a beautiful job planning it. All of the details were absolutely phenomenal, stunning. I could talk about that for hours, but I'm not going to here because there is an entire video dedicated to that. But it was just surreal to have a baby shower. I'm so sorry, guys. This heartburn and indigestion is tough today. I need like a gallon of Pepto-Bismol. But the baby shower was beautiful. I had so much fun. And then we came home and we had all of this baby stuff, and it was like, shit's getting real. Like we're gonna have a whole baby. We're getting a new roommate here pretty soon. So that was just wild, which actually leads me to my next thing, which was nesting. And I had posted a video in January or something of me organizing some bookshelves, and people were commenting on it, and they were like, "Oh, you're nesting." And I was so angered by this, because I was like, I'm not nesting. I'm just cleaning my house. Just because I'm cleaning and pregnant does not mean I'm nesting. I don't know why that activated me so much. However, there is a distinct difference between just like being pregnant and cleaning and then nesting. And I didn't get it until about 2 weeks ago. So once we had all the stuff from the baby shower, like 2 days later, Chris and I went through the list of everything that we didn't get. We put in orders. So we had everything that we needed was on its way to us, and we had all the stuff in the nursery. And then I just was like, I would spend like 3 hours a day, 1 to 3 hours a day, every day, working in the nursery. But in the evenings, it got really hot up there. I have an AC in my office, but I don't have an AC in the baby's room. So it would just get really hot and I just couldn't do it. So then it was fast forward. It's like probably 75% done by Memorial Day weekend. And my husband was like, I want to go to camp. And I was like, I want to go to camp, but I really like, it's instinctual. I was like, I need to get this house clean. Like, I can't think about doing anything else. I need to do this. And he was like, no, you don't need to explain anymore. Like, I totally understand. I'll go up for one night and then I'll come back. So he took the dog, him and Maggie went to camp Saturday morning and they came back Sunday night. And in that chunk of time, I finished it all. The nursery is completely done. All of her laundry is done. My laundry is done, which, speaking of, I put laundry in this morning. This is my biggest vice. I put laundry in and I don't move it at all, ever. So I did laundry first thing this morning and it's still in there. I need to move it. That's reminded me though. And then I actually like deep cleaned the house. So the nursery was done and then I was like, okay, now I can clean our home. And I deep cleaned, like, I don't even know if our house was this clean when we moved in, and it was pretty clean when we moved in. I deep cleaned the floors, the windows, any surface area. I rearranged stuff. I hung stuff up. I did literally everything. And I was beat. Honestly, I think that maybe I'm still tired from that, even though it's been almost a week. I think that's why I'm still tired. So that all got done over the weekend. And then Monday I was able to just, like, Chris and I just hung out the whole day and we relaxed. And that was wonderful. This is the part, like, I wish I could just document, like, all these little moments where I'm just like, I can't breathe. I can't speak because I have acid coming up my throat. Pregnancy, everyone should do it. No, I'm just kidding. So then also, I kind of got out of order there with the nesting thing. We did a weekend away. Chris had, I called it Hunter's Camp, but it wasn't Hunter's Camp. It was Hunter's Safety to get his hunting license. He's wanted to do this for a couple years now, and he finally got into a class because they fill up so fast up here, and he didn't want to drive. Like, only other option is to go south in the state, and it's a whole weekend. So we went up to the one up north in Pittsburgh. We stayed with his grandmother. Well, I stayed with his grandmother because he was at Hunter's class Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, it was like 5 or 6 to 9 p.m. Saturday was 8 to 4. So he left at like 7:30. And then the same thing on Sunday. So it was a full weekend that he was gone. So I stayed at his grandmother's house, which is like staying at a hotel. She is the most hospitable woman. I love her so much. And I literally sat in a chair and I busted out everything I needed for maternity leave. That was passive income related, our Dream Life Loading business, podcast ideas, content, you name it, I did it. I ended up, when you did the math, I created over 400 individual pieces of content over the course of 3 days. It was insane. But I have schedules, I have plans, and everything I need from now, which is May, until September 1st is completely done. And I don't have to make another single piece of content that would be like, that's going on Instagram or something like that. It was a lot of work, but it was so worth it. And then I think that's kind of what kicked off the nesting thing, was like, okay, all of my computer work is done except for YouTube that is updated, 2 videos a week. So that I have to do in real time, but everything else is covered. And once that was like done, it was such a like good feeling of closure. This is really bad today. It's not usually this bad. Was a really good thing of closure. And I was like, I love this feeling of feeling like complete and ready. So I was like, I want that in all other areas of my life, which is what kicked off the nesting thing. And then last but certainly not least, May marked my first full month on YouTube. I'm going to talk more about this in my goals section of this video, and I'm going to make an entire video on what I learned in my first month on YouTube. So you'll be able to watch that in the next week or so. But I was successful in sticking to my calendar, which was 2 videos a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. And I never missed a day. My Tuesday video still went up on time. On Tuesday, so the last Tuesday of the month of May, our like region experienced a blackout with internet. So there was no Wi-Fi, but it did come back in the evening of Tuesday. So I edited and uploaded my video Tuesday night. But I just try to have them up in the afternoon sometime. So that wraps up my month of May, what I did, what events we had. And then looking at June, we have some exciting stuff. I mean, we have Father's Day, Mother's Day. How could I forget that? Mother's Day, the day before Mother's Day was my bridal shower. I can't speak. The day before Mother's Day was my baby shower. So that evening we had a Mother's Day dinner with Krista's side of the family because they were all already in town for the shower. And then Mother's Day, actual day, we did brunch with my family because my mom was home, obviously, and my sister, Nicole, flew up for the baby shower, and she's a mom. So we got to celebrate her as well, and that was really nice. So for June, we have Father's Day, we have some birthdays, we have a birthday party, and I could have a baby. So that is our lineup for June for exciting events. I'm hoping to get to camp at least one weekend before we have her. And yeah, let's get into the next part of this video. So because I don't have the cleaning section, I'm replacing that with my monthly reads, which maybe we'll do this every month. We'll see how we like it. I'm going to try, my goal is to put a picture of the book that I read here and then talk to you about it. But editing Susan is not that advanced yet. So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I will link the books in the description so you can easily access them. And I'll put my Goodreads too, so you can follow me on there and see what I'm reading in live time. And I'm obsessed with Goodreads, so I will follow you back because I want to see what you guys are reading too. So the first book I read for the month of May was The Last Mrs. Parrish. Hopefully it is sitting here. It was really good. I gave it 4 stars. If you guys are interested in them, I'm going to just let you read the descriptions off of Goodreads because if you're not interested, I don't want to waste our time. And it really hurts to talk. Next, I read The Summer of Broken Rules. That one I gave 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. If you like the Nantucket scene, it's where to be. And it had like hues and Easter eggs of Taylor Swift throughout the whole thing, which I absolutely loved. And then I read Part of Your World, also gave it 5 stars. This Abby, I don't know her last name. I can't think of it because pregnancy brain. But she's going to be my summer author. She has a bunch of books. I just read this one. I absolutely loved it. I'm now reading Yours Truly, which is the second book. Already loving it. I'm like 9 pages in. And then there's a third book that also goes with this. I think it's a trilogy of just somewhat related characters. It's very much like the Lucy Score, Never Have I Ever. Is that the name of them? You know, the like viral books. The first one's blue with daisies on it. But so anyways, it's very similar to that. And I like that vibe. So those were my 3 May reads. And one of my goals for the month of May was to read 3 books, which I achieved. So let's get into goals. Okay, guys, welcome to the goal setting part of my monthly reset. If you were here last month, you know that this is where we store my goals. So let's just do a recap of what my goals were for the month of May and if I achieved them / how I achieved them. So at the beginning of May, I was aiming for 5 workouts a week. So I was trying to do 5 walks a week because at this point, I knew that I wasn't going to be doing the traditional strength training like I had been. So my goal was 5 a week, and it looks like I averaged about 3 a week. I only did 16 workouts or walks for the entire month, which that does disappoint me a little bit. So I'm changing up my goal for like fitness / wellness for the month of June. And you'll see that when we go over that. So 10K steps a day was also one of my goals. I achieved that 20 days out of the 31, so that was exciting. And I didn't wear my Apple Watch a handful of these days, so that wasn't helpful. Meal prep, this was one that I was really proud of. Just groceries are expensive right now, so my husband has been doing the grocery shopping when he is out of town for work. When he gets out of work, he goes to the grocery store because it's exponentially cheaper down there than it is where we live. And when I say that, I'm not exaggerating. I take the receipt from him and I will put it into our Shaw's app here, and it is what we would spend at home versus where he's getting it at Market Basket is double the price. Shaw's is double the price. So we've been trying really hard to just sticking to a meal plan or meal prep that for the food that we buy. We don't want to be throwing anything out. And as you can see, 28 out of the 31 days we were on topic. That Thursday there, we had friends over and they brought us takeout. And Wednesday the 8th, I might have had a doctor's appointment or something, and I ordered takeout. And then the Saturday, that was when Chris was at camp and I was home alone and I had a gift card. So I ordered takeout from Applebee's and I was also exhausted from cleaning all day. So I was not cooking. As far as content, I posted book content every single day except for one. And if you recall from my April, like my reset for May, my goal was to sell 30 books. Drum roll, please. I had the biggest month of book sales that I have ever had in my entire life. And I ended up selling 96 books. I mean, today is the 30th that this is being recorded. I guess I could sell more between today and tomorrow. But yeah, 96. So I over tripled my goal. And if you watch that video, I'm like, oh, I hope I can sell 30. Like that seems like a lofty goal. And then for me to be able to really blow that goal out of the water was wild. And it just shows that consistency counts and that it is very important. So posting 2 YouTube videos a week, I achieved that. So the way I ran it, because technically it would only be 2 check marks, it would be Tuesdays and Fridays. However, I was like, if I did my 2 videos for the week, then I filled in all the boxes because realistically, I am working on content for YouTube every single day, whether it's research, thumbnails, planning, anything like that there's always something going on. So that's if my 2 videos went up, I checked the boxes for the whole week. And then uploading shorts that I really fell short on. I only uploaded shorts 4 days out of the month. But I'm hoping to be more consistent with that and just making one piece of new content that can be posted to shorts each day is one of my goals for June. And then knit my baby blanket. I finished that bad boy. It's comical. I didn't realize how long it was. So it looks more like a table runner than a blanket, but it's fine to toss on her when she's in her swing or if she's in the car seat. So it's not going to be like a swaddle me blanket, but I finished it and I'm proud of it. Reading 10 minutes a day. My goal was to read 3 books, which I did, and I read 10 minutes each day. Duolingo, that one, I used to be so good at being consistent with this, and I even made it like on the priority bar on my phone, and I just don't know why I can't get into it. I think I'm just tired. And this sounds terrible, but the last thing I want to do at the end of the day is learn. Like I'm beat. And then journaling, I was really bad about journaling. And 2 of these days were days that I junk journaled. I didn't even actually write. So we're addressing the pain points from the month of May are what we are addressing in June. So let me show you how I'm doing my June content. Not content. Susan, what are you saying? June goals. So here we are. I'm doing it with Notion. I've used Notion before for a habit tracker, actually multiple times. And I just wanted something new and different. I was thinking maybe that this will get me excited to get back into it. So same thing, YouTube content for the month of June. That is one of my priorities, one of my big goals for the year is to get monetized on here. So that involves being consistent. Dream Life Floating content, which you guys know that is the business that I co-own with my friend Sky. And then author content, obviously we saw that is fruitful. And that was really exciting to have such a big goal. So my goal for this month, for the month of June, is to sell 100 books in the month. I was so close this month, and there's no reason that I can't just with consistency. My fitness goal is going to be 10,000 steps. Like that I can do. I can walk. I can make use of my legs. So my goal is 10,000 steps until I have the baby. If I have the baby in June, then like I'm not going to be walking 10,000 steps the day after I have a baby. But as I heal and get back into it, I think that's kind of be my base, like my benchmark too. Once I'm cleared to get active again, I just hitting 10,000 steps. So it seems like a good way to like end pregnancy and then start postpartum recovery afterwards, after I've been cleared to exercise again. Journaling. This is the last month that this is the last month that is just going to be Chris and I. So I want to just try to savor these moments and have the memories and just journal. It always makes me feel better. I think this is a huge change that it's on the horizon, and I need to lean out of the fear, and I can do that through journaling. And then reading. I want to read another 3 books this month, which at the speed I'm reading these new books, I have no doubt I will read at least 3, but we'll see. And I'm actually really interested to see how my reading, whether it increases or decreases with the baby, because I don't know, just my routine, my whole life is going to look so different, and I don't know what that's going to look like. So I'm just trying to make it a priority to read every day, which I love to do anyways. So this was just as a breakdown of, the 2 things, my like YouTube videos. And so my monthly goals would be 8 YouTube videos, wear my Apple Watch daily, post consistently over all platforms, and then to read 3 books. And that sums it up for the goals section of this video. Okay, guys, we are calling it quits for the day. I feel like I need a latte. Oh, I can't wait. This post-pregnancy, I'm going to spank the biggest turkey sub I can get my hands on. And then I'm going to down a large hot latte and just feel the caffeine, like when you get jittery. I can't wait. I honestly don't even know if caffeine would help me at this point, but it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I absolutely cannot like hit myself with a Celsius right now. I will not sleep tonight. What am I going to do? I'm going to get an ice cream cone. I have a chiropractor's appointment, and then I'm going to get an ice cream cone because that always makes me feel better. And then we're going to edit and upload this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you didn't mind me complaining and the indigestion we were suffering from together as a team. But I do appreciate everyone's love, support. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will just be sharing my life very transparently, especially with a newborn. Like, it's going to be a humbling experience, and I'm honestly excited to capture it, showcase it, and share it with you. So without further ado, I will see you in the next video, and hopefully we put more together and have some more pep in my step. But until next time.